overthinking about my life. I've been overthinking about my life and everything that I got going on. I ain't gonna switch, I ain't gonna change my life. I'm gonna ride until the wheels fall off. I've been overthinking about my life and everything.
Forget what episode this is. So this is episode 11. So welcome back, everybody, to episode 11. And when I say welcome back, because it's been a while. We know it's been a while. I know it's been a while. Doctor knows it's been a while. Josiah knows it's been a while. He said, how long has it been? It's been a few weeks. But we are back, and we're going to be back. And when I say back, we're back. Consistent with a lot of things coming, a lot of guests to come from people who own businesses, from people who are doing music, from people who are just the normal day life. Positive. We want to bring a lot of positivity into our podcast. So when we do cuss, it's not out of a negative way. It's just us talking, but we want to bring more positive things and more influential things, and of course laughter. We want to bring that because we all know the world needs it. So welcome back to episode 11. Welcome back. It's good to be back. It feels a little different in here today. Wait, is the heater still on? I don't know if I turned it off. Can you hear it? My fault, y'all. The heater's on. It's a little cold. It used to be hot. So when I used to do this and stuff like that, or whatever, I was doing this, my dad was like, what you doing smelling your armpits for? I was like, I wasn't. I'm hot. I'm wiping the sweat off my face. So it used to be hot. But as y'all can tell now, for the ones who live kind of in our area, there goes Josiah knocking bottles down again, making noises. Nah, I'm just playing. But it's getting cold out here. So you see the sweatshirt, you see the sweats. I don't know if you can see my feet, but I got some slippers on right now. We're trying to just be comfortable.
I do too.
Comfortable and cozy, because when I go home, I'm time to get comfortable.
Digging it.
Yep. But so on this podcast, what we want to talk about, this podcast won't be nothing too long because we know that y'all don't like our long podcasts. We're going to keep making them long podcasts. But this one, we want to talk about some things that we have going on, some ideas that we have, and kind of get into a little conversation about some life stuff as well. But today, what we want to talk about really, to start it off, is so I don't know if we've talked about it or not. We want to have some merchandise drop. So the logo should be done, and when the logo is done, logos are done. Excuse me. I had some tamales earlier, so I'm kind of burping up the spice a little bit. I can taste it. I'm a little hungry still. But when the logos are done and the merchandise is together, I'm going to be putting it on our Instagram page. If there's some way, somehow, I don't know how to do it, but there's a way. If you go to our YouTube, if we're on our YouTube link, right, you can have like merchandise stuff underneath it, I believe. Josiah, do you know anything like that? So I don't know how to do it. Hopefully our guy knows how to do it. He's a techie guy. So when we do get that, I will for sure drop it in our Instagram profile first to kind of see if everyone likes it or whatnot. But the idea behind that is, as y'all know, Christmas is coming up. So I'm trying to get this logo done ASAP and get the merchandise done ASAP, because with the what was I saying? Christmas is coming up. So something that we want to do with our podcast is we want to, again, we want to put positivity, happiness, laughter, and all these things, but we want to give back. So we don't have a lot, but we have enough. So with whatever we make from our merchandise, what we want to do is we want to help out a family in need. So I've actually already talked to the pastor today about choosing a family. There's like a thing that a bunch of families come and like they will give you a card for which family you will take care of. So if it's kids, if it's buying little bikes, but also if any of you guys know, again, it just depends on how much we can get out, how much merchandise we can get out, how much merchandise we can even get done in this time. But if y'all know anybody in need or whatnot, Big Brothers Podcast, we want to do something. We want to help give back, because, we were always, no matter if we were, didn't have a lot growing up or not, we've always had a Christmas, right? We always had, our family there. So we want to give back as much as we possibly can. So it's a perfect time to do it. So we will drop that in the profile and the YouTube when it comes. Hopefully soon. We got to text the guy. I'm telling him to text him. I've been texting him, so we're waiting.
Just stepped in.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we want to do. And something else I want to talk about, kind of what we got going on. So we bought an embroidery machine. If anyone doesn't know what an embroidery machine is, I'll let Doctor kind of get into that, our idea behind it, all those sorts of things. I know we talked about it one time on one video, but we kind of want to really go over what it is and what our plan is. So I'll let Doctor kind of talk to you guys about that.
Yeah, so we did. We invested in an embroidery machine, and really hope it takes off. Man, we're getting tired of that hard labor. You know what I mean? We'll be all right until then. But yeah, we're excited. We've always had an eye for things, and we like to always customize things and things like that. So I think it'll be dope. We'll be able to like stitch whatever we want, clothing, hats, shoes if you want. We could put patches on things. We're gonna get real creative, and obviously we could do like mass orders, bundles. Hopefully we're gonna obviously end up doing like something online to where you feel me, people can buy things or whatnot.
Create a website.
Yeah. Separate from the merch though, because it's gonna be like different things where you guys can buy different things as well.
Right.
So yeah, we got things coming. The embroidery machine's big for us. I'm excited for that.
So the embroidery machine, it's like a 3-month process, and I believe we bought it a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
No, we put the down payment last week, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so by what's January, February, probably about March time. So if anybody who watches these or whatnot may know of someone, so we have a company, I believe it's Butte Sand and Gravel. Not everyone knows who they are, but they've already been in contact with us about they want us to make their hats and stuff like that. So if any of you guys want any embroidery done, if it's hats, if it's sweaters, jackets, shirts, I think we can do embroidery on shoes.
We can, yeah.
All you gotta do is just tap in. Let us know. If y'all can, let us know ahead of time or whenever. Honestly, whenever is great, but ahead of time, we will know who we got in the list because we've already have people already kind of in a list wanting things done. So yeah, if you guys have logos, you guys yourself, if you have logos yourself wanting to get designed, we have a local company, I would say they're a company, it's a little brand called For Life. And they do hats, they do shirts, they do all those things like that. And we actually know them personally, and they just got a big bundle of things done. So the goal is to whoever their guys are is to kick them out of town, and we want to work with them because they have a lot of good ideas. And me personally, we believe in supporting our local people's businesses, right? Because we want support, we want to give support back, especially if it's something dope. So I will let y'all know. I'm gonna put this part in the Instagram. I'm shouting them out right now. For Life Company. I don't know how it is. I know I can put their stuff in the Instagram. Let you guys know their clothing design and our account or whatnot. It kind of gets you in touch with them. It's some really cool stuff. So the plan is to work with them as well, and just to work with whoever. I don't know what can we do with it. Can we create our own logos? I'm not really too game
whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Like you're just gonna pull it up on the computer and the machine's gonna stitch it, 3D print it. That's also another thing. Is 3D printing. It's dope. It makes it like obviously if you have a stitch on the hat or whatever, it's flat. It's a stitch. But 3D printing, it's stitched, but it's like thicker, so you'll see the puff of it.
Right, the puff
it's
sticks
clean.
out, right?
Yeah, that's clean. I like that.
Yeah, so we have a lot of things coming, guys. A lot of things coming. And for the ones who don't know, we're going to be working our embroidery machine will be at Extra Blended. So for the ones who don't know who what Extra Blended is, it's our mom and Brian's boutique store. For the ones who don't know what boutique is, I didn't know what it was. It's clothing. It's clothing. So come on by to Extra Blended. Let's get them busy. It's busy some days and it's quiet some days, but it's picking up steam. And so y'all come in. We have kids' clothes, babies' clothes, women's clothes. We have men's clothes, and even there we can do t-shirts as well. Yeah. It's called a what's the room called? I say it every single day, but for some reason my mind inspirational room or whatnot. So if you guys have quotes, you have pictures you want to like get done, shirts and stuff like that.
Put it on a shirt.
Yeah. Just let us know, and we're doing those stuff. We're putting orders in right now. It's been super busy. We bought a bulk of things, so we're moving fast. We have a lot of calls, a lot of orders. So from that to the big brothers to us getting our embroidery machine, it's going to be a real busy end of the year, a real busy year. I really see next year, like we have all these things in front of us, and I really see us if we really put our minds to it and actually work our asses off. All these things are going to come into play, and all these things are going to be, it's going to take us away from having to put mud on the wall and waking up at 5 a.m. not because you want to, because you have to go to work and being cold or being hot, you know. So we can do it, and we will have some real cool ideas, and also with our podcast as well. Something I've been thinking about is we want to bring people on. We want to bring exciting people on, people who are funny, people who have stories. Nothing boring, nothing just coming here and just being a mute. We want something entertaining, something to bring to the table. So we're here and we're available to work with whoever. If you guys have ideas.
That's the thing. Leave comments. No one's leaving enough comments. We need to know what you guys want to hear, what you guys like hearing, things like that. So leave comments. That's big. Like the video, subscribe as well.
It started off a
show
lot
love.
of people. It started off a lot of people were making comments and things like that. But you can kind of see things are dying down. Hey, which is okay. That doesn't discourage us none.
No.
But we really want to build a fan base for the people who want us to do something or who may have some ideas or work with us. Let us know, man. Leave comments, DM us, whatever you have to do. Like, let's do it. We get it. Not everyone believes in what our vision is, and that's okay. And in a year and 2 years from now, when our vision does come into play in its real life, we don't want to see it then. But we would love to work with people. We would love to build this brand. We would love to just keep grinding, keep leveling up. I wanted to say something just now, but as y'all know, I talk so damn much. I be forgetting. I be talking over my damn self sometimes. What was I gonna say?
I have no clue.
I just told you what was I gonna say before we started. I told you what was I gonna say.
The Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight.
Well, we will talk about that.
That's
though.
what you wanted to talk about.
I know. I was just trying to just see if he knew what I was gonna say just now. So the Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight, that's gonna come out December 12th or something like that. So we will talk about that when the time comes. It's something that me and him go back and forth with all the time. So we want to bring it.
I don't know why though. It ain't no damn. It ain't no Canelo or it's a real
okay, that's what I'm
boxer.
saying. We know it's not Canelo, but we will
but
get into it.
not even someone that I ain't buying it. That's what I'm saying.
We will get into it. We will
No,
for sure because it's
I'd
entertaining.
knock his ass out. We need to get in that YouTube shit.
And I've been telling Fousey's the one that it's crazy. He actually did some he opened up the boxing thing, like the first YouTube boxing. I DM'd him right when we opened up our podcast page. I was like, I'm letting you know right now, but once this shit blows up, I'm gonna need a
we need a
jingle.
contract.
Yeah,
we need a
I'm gonna
contract.
need something because we're coming to knock off all these heads off whoever's boxing out there. And my weight limit, of course, I'm out boxing 250s, 220s, 200s, 180s. We can leave him for the 200.
Throw me against Bradley Martin. I'm on the flow with it. Or Steve will do it.
Steve will do it. These guys can't fight, but they're dope.
It's out of love. It's out of love.
I want to,
For views, what can you do?
That's true. We were trying to get the views up. Steve will do it. I saw a video. He was swimming with sharks. And he's like, what the fuck am I doing?
He's hella funny.
Bro,
Fuck
he's
with
dope.
Steve.
I was watching a podcast today, Bradley Martin podcast with Steiny, and he was like, it's so crazy how I thought about this the day of, because I watched the video that morning of Steve will do it, and I was like, I wonder if he's the same way behind, without the camera. And the podcast are like, dude, this guy is the most energetic, most kind and giving person no matter what, camera on, camera off. So that right there is dope because you don't have to be like that. So just having that kind of thing. So we want to hopefully we'll put into the universe right now. Hopefully one day we'll get Steve will do it on a podcast, or we'll get into one of his videos. We might have to buy a bunch of merch so we can go out there for his what's it called? He's always bringing, not always, but he brings people out and puts them in his little thing, gives them chains and money and stuff like that.
Yeah,
some kind of winner.
Does that randomly.
Yeah, some kind of winner. We don't want the chains. We don't want the money. Or we just want to link up. So everyone, if y'all can, if this works like that, YouTube tag Steve will do it because we're trying to get linked up. We'll fly our own selves out to Miami. We'll drive if we have to. We don't care just to go to the to
get fired up with him.
to get fired up.
Yeah.
That shit would be dope. But yeah, so that's kind of what we kind of got going on right now, and kind of what we are looking forward to in the future. So anybody and everybody tap in, link, just let's link up, let's do something. We have a lot of goals. I'm actually thinking about going to college next semester for a public speaking class to get better with the way I talk, talking better and just, I don't know, just because if I don't know, if probably no one knows, but I do another account called Be Still Empire. I'm not trying to promote that right now, but I just do like these talks, like, every Friday or every other days. But I would love to do this. I like to talk. I like to interact. I like to do sales. So I'm thinking about going to school and doing that. So someday I can maybe, stand on a stage and interact with people. Like that's something I kind of dream of. So it's kind of what we got going on right now, kind of what we, envision. Do you have anything that you're thinking about, for next year? You have any plans that maybe you keep to yourself and, or anything like that?
I'm just excited for the plans we have already. I actually seen, so on Mom's opening for the store, I seen on Snapchat, it showed one of the memories, and it's like a year ago, and we were like, I don't know, we were in like Hawaii or something, right? And I was like, damn, who would have thought in a year my mom would have a store? Like, you know what I mean? We weren't even thinking about that. And I was like, and then in a year now, how is the store so good, successful and whatnot? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like, dang, in a year you get a lot done if you really put your foot on it, pedal to the metal type of thing. But I'm just like, damn, I'm visioning in a year I'm trying to be successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get closer at least to where I want to be, which is I want to buy some land, feel me, build 2 houses. And then I just need to stack more chicken for my kids and my future life. But I would like to buy land and things soon, at least, because Papa told me one time when we were younger, he was like, land is one thing that you'll never get more of. You know what I mean? Like, you can always go and, I don't know, damn near buy a house. You'll find a house you could buy somewhere, or like, I don't know, I'm just having an example, but like, you can't make land. You can't make more land. So if you can own some of it in the world, you're going to be great. So like, that's kind of what I'm trying to vision, but I'm just
called
excited.
Buy Dirt. It's like a Luke Bryan song. It's country. It's like buy dirt, because he's saying like God's not making any more of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what Papa was saying by that. Yeah. All right.
So something I want to ask, because it's something that I used to have a big problem with, right? So we have the podcast, we have the embroidery machine, we have real estate, we have things that we have kind of got going on that may be a few months out. And let's say that, or if we are not even just that, if we envision ourselves here in a year, some of us kind of get too ahead of ourselves, or we think so far ahead, we forget to live in the moment now. But let's say, for instance, we shoot for a goal of getting this done. Next January, we want this done and completed. But let's say that does not happen, and people can get discouraged or whatnot. Do you have anything have you ever thought anything like that? Like you had a time in your life where you wanted to do something or accomplish something and it didn't happen on that time, and maybe you got a little discouraged or down. And was there anything that you told yourself or did to kind of get out of that funk and say, let's keep moving forward and let's do it. I'm going to do it even if it didn't happen when I said it was going to happen. Does that kind of make any type of sense?
So like setting a goal and then not reaching it, how, just basically reaching it. I don't know. Every time I set a goal, I kind of know. I honestly, I know myself. So I feel like I know how far I can go in it whenever I'm doing. So like anytime I'm doing some type of sport, I feel like I'm naturally good at it. You feel me? Or I can get good at it if I learn it, whatever it is. So like, I just feel like that is something that is just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm so competitive or whatnot. But actually, it's more than that, because I'm real deal on a lot of this shit. Like, you feel me? It's crazy. But one time I had a feeling like that, though, actually was in sports, and it was like my senior year in football. We lost to YC, and then we had one more game to play, like River City, all right? And we beat them, we go to playoffs. But losing against YC, I didn't even show up to practice the next week, so I didn't even start against River City. You feel me? I didn't even care. Basically, what I'm saying is I didn't even care about that game. You know what I mean? And then now when I look at it, it's like I regretted it because I cheated myself from at least another game I got, you know what I mean, in high school. Because like we ended up losing like by a touchdown, and like we would have beat them. You know what I mean? I didn't play the whole first quarter, and I had 18 tackles in the game. Like this is a game we would have won. And but from the beginning of the game, I was like, I'm not tripping. You feel me? Like I don't even care about this shit no more. Like you feel me? Basically, I didn't reach my goal. I didn't beat YC. You feel me? So I was just like, all right, well, I'm done with it. Like I had that feeling, but like I did regret it now as well. So. That's the only time I've probably had that feeling of like not reaching my goal and then like just being like F it, you know what I mean? F it. But I definitely regret it because I cheated myself at least from one more game.
At least a playoff
damn,
game.
man, that's what I'm saying.
Who knows? You could have ended up playing YC again. Who knows how
Exactly.
things work?
I don't know, but I never even said that, but this is a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it one time of saying like, you know, as an 18-year-old kid, I'm just talking straight out of high school. You think like, oh, I gotta find my wife now. I gotta find my career now because, you know, 7 years from now, I'm speaking on myself. 8 years I've graduated. 8 years from now, like that's gonna be forever. And I can tell you right now, that shit came by so fast, so fast. So like when we say like, you know, a goal of beating YC and not doing it, a goal of mine was to get my real estate license last year and I didn't do it. And what it did was it discouraged me, right? I was just like, man, all right, I didn't get it. I'm done, you know? But the thing is like life comes, just headbutted this damn thing. But life comes so fast. Like things happen so fast. And, you know, if we don't like act on what we have in mind, like, oh, I'm gonna get my license, or I want to beat YC or whatnot. We don't act on those things. Like life's gonna come by so fast, and exactly like what he just said. Damn, I look back on it and I regret it. You know, like if anyone knew me back in high school, man, I had a badass attitude. Like I didn't make neither of my varsity years basketball teams, not because I wasn't good, because I for sure damn could have played easy, no problem. I played against the best of the best and never had problems, but it's because I had a badass attitude. And it took me until I became an adult to realize like, damn, what was I doing? You know, like I knew I wanted to be better, but I just didn't. But like now as an adult, you look back like I regret that, you know. But I guess it does form you into the person you are now. But just kind of saying, I'm kind of just all over the place. I'm trying to think. All right, it's been a while, so my mind's just scattered all over the place. But just saying that if you have a time, like say next January, you want to accomplish something and it doesn't happen that January, you know, it may happen February, you know. So don't get so discouraged and don't just drop everything because it didn't happen at that right time. I believe if you put the work into it and you really work your ass off and you do everything that's supposed to be done, it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen, right? If it's January, if it's February, if it's December, right? But just know that time's going to come. And if you just drop everything, I guarantee you in a blink of an eye, the following January is going to be there. And you're like, what have I done this whole year? What have I done? You know, I could have did it in February, but I was so upset or I was so like whatever about it that a whole year went by again. And now I'm starting from ground zero.
There's actually a picture like it's explaining exactly what you're saying, basically. So it's a man, he has an axe, or not an axe, it's like a pickaxe actually. And so he's digging dirt. There's this dirt, it shows a picture of him digging the dirt, and there's this much of like dirt between diamonds, and then there's this much. Then there's like a thin crust of it. One more hit and he's there. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? And he gives up. He was done with it. He walked away. It took one more hit and he would have been there. You get what I'm saying? It's literally what you just were saying. It's that picture. Like, just don't give up. It's not always about timing. You know what I mean? It's just...
It's going to happen when
it's God's time.
Supposed to happen.
God's timing.
Exactly.
But
yeah, I'm the biggest one. I won't lie. I used to get so far ahead of myself in the past. Like, oh, real estate exam, boom, and then I never did it because I just got so far ahead of myself. I just caused so much stress and so much pressure on me that I didn't need to have that, you know. And just to understand that, man, truly, like you said, man, God's timing and not giving up. So what we're kind of doing is the podcast and the videos and the embroidery machine and open up a store and whatever else we have to come. That's kind of us being like an owner, right? Like us owning our own stuff. So what that is called is like an entrepreneurship. On the account that I have, I follow nothing but entrepreneur companies or entrepreneur people, motivational stuff, all these kinds of things. And they always talk about them opening up business and sometimes they fail. And sometimes when they fail, instead of giving up and saying, oh man, it didn't work out, I'm done, I'm gonna go work at this 9 to 5, I'm gonna go work at the bank because it's a good job, it pays okay, and you know, I can count on a paycheck and you know, it's gonna be there every single day, right? You can count on it, you know? And I always see these guys saying that like, you may fail, like you're probably gonna fail. Like Gary Vee loves to fail. He's like, I love that shit. You know, like the way he talks. I love that shit. I love to fail because it shit just motivates me more and more and more and more to keep going and to keep it, you know, just for him to do more and do more and do more. So for any of us right now who have kind of the entrepreneurship type of mindset with businesses or whatnot, truly, if that's how you really, really feel, I suggest finding people who kind of are doing the same similar thing. I know it's easier said than done, right? How are you gonna go online? It's like, who's an entrepreneur? Who wants to link up? You know, like stuff like that. But if there's any way you know of anybody and y'all have the same kind of motivation and same kind of drive, I recommend staying close to them and them staying close to you. If y'all have the same beliefs, like y'all can really do it. Like you can do it by yourself, but like if you can find a really good team that y'all go, you know, are together with it, like stick close to them. You don't want to be around those people who are like, entrepreneur, you want to open up your own business? That's not going to work. That ain't going to work. Like, that's not reliable, because there are people like that. People will shut you down. People will put you down. And sometimes when people do that to you, it can really make you feel like, damn. When you lay in bed at night, it's like, damn, Jim Baba's right. What am I doing? I can't open up a business. My podcast isn't going to succeed. It's going to fail. Or this clothing design is never going to work. It's never, you know, so find the right people, listen to the right people, watch videos. There's books to read. It's so crazy. I'm every single day. So Josiah actually brought me a book to read. And every day I thought, where's this book at? Where's the book at? And right when I came in here just now, like when we walked in here, I looked over and the book is still right here because Quincey had it and he was reading it. So I got to take that book home. I've had his book for 2 weeks and he's probably thought I was reading it. Like I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. So books, videos, getting close to people who have the same kind of ideas as you, all that negative stuff, all that negative noise, block it out. Just block it out. Don't listen to it. If you have a dream, you get one life. Like we all know, life is short. Life isn't always sweet. You got to do with what, you got to do life with, I said that kind of wrong, but you just have to do what you can do, make yourself happy. Don't worry about other people, your parents. I mean, love them and worry about them, but like in the extent of like, do what feels right to you, Yeah. And just don't be discouraged. Just keep on going, one foot in front of the other. It may take 10 years. It may take 20 years. Shoot, it may take a year. Who knows? We don't have a timing on this. It's all God's timing. So just stay rocking and stay motivated with that. Is there anything that anything you have on your mind you want to talk about? This video wasn't going to be too long anyways. It kind of just let everybody know that we're sorry for being gone for so damn long, but we're back though, I promise. And bringing some good guests, bringing some good stuff coming. And I'm definitely excited. So it's time to get the mojo back in. You're excited?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We got more guests. Yeah, we got new things coming.
Anything for tonight?
No.
Good?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for just
Tuning
tuned in with Big Brothers Podcast. Talk to you
live, baby.
Peace out, y'all. Oh, like, share, subscribe, do all of it. I'm kind of down right now, so get that ass up and let's go. All right, y'all.
Yeah, we're going to bring more energy to this shit, too.
It's cold in here, man. It's cold. All right, y'all.
I ain't gonna switch, I ain't gonna change my life.